So, DPS mains, can we talk for a minute? I was just playing a few comp matches recently, and it might be time to admit that y'all kinda suck. I know that every role in Rivals has flawed players with their own bad habits, but if I could be real for a minute...
Be real, son. Real? Be real, son.
DPS roles are the majority of the fucking problem.
Move this man!
Hear me out.
Like I said, every role comes with their own flaws, but I've been noticing that some of the DPS players that I end up in teams with are either stubborn as hell, entitled, or just all around useless. Now, as someone who's also a DPS main, I'm not just making this video to bash on my own people. I just think DPS players as a whole are in desperate need of an ego check and some heavy constructive criticism. Hey, I'm a solutions first kind of person, so I'm not just gonna say you suck and then leave, right?
Nope.
I'm here to tell you why you suck and how to climb out the garbage pail. So today, I just wanted to focus on 3 of the biggest issues with DPS players and what you need to do to fix them. Again, I'm not doing this only to crap all over y'all, so if it don't apply, just laugh and let it fly. And besides, if we don't call this stuff out now, I'm afraid things will never change and y'all are gonna keep selling your teams. But as always, if you made it this far, make sure you hit the like button as it really helps out the channel, and also don't forget to subscribe if you're feeling the content. Shout out to all of you for the support. Let's get it.
Give me my darn theme music.
Number 3, you're too stubborn to swap. So how many of you have jumped into a match where you see a teammate insta-lock a character before you get a chance to breathe? I'm not sure why, but it always seems like these dudes are the main ones getting mopped throughout the whole game. Like you were that thirsty to pick Spider-Man, but you telling me you can't whoop no ass? Nope, and the real kicker is that when you ask them to switch because they're 2 and 10, they usually end up cursing you out and probably calling you something racially motivated for good measure.
Nate, what are you doing, man? Shut the fuck up, nigga!
I swear, there's no talking to these clowns. What's crazy is I can see if we were just in quick play and you're just trying to learn the character, or if you're completing a daily mission or something, but when you bring that shit to comp mode, you are willingly throwing the game while also being a detriment to everyone's sanity. So if you clearly see that you're getting that ass beat, I'm here to let you know you have to switch, my guy. No exceptions. But to keep it all the way fair, sometimes you may just have a bad round and you need to wake up. These things happen. I personally had games where I had like 2 to 5 kills to start the round, and then when we switched sides, I could pick it up to about 25 or 30. Sometimes you just gotta lock in. However, I always say it's not about how many KOs you get in a round, it's about your overall impact on the game. So if you clearly see the team is losing, you're getting washed over and over, or that you're not giving the other team any type of pressure, I'm gonna need you to switch it up, big dog. Trust me when I say you'll be way more useful as a healer or a tank than a bad DPS. Don't be trash on purpose, yo. Help the team, or in the words of a very wise man,
get the fuck out.
Anyway, at number 2, you have 0 map awareness. Let's just lump in situational awareness as well. I've said this before, but when you're playing as a DPS, it's very easy to get tunnel vision during a match. And because you're using a good fighter character, the main thing you want to do is fight, right?
Correct.
So because of this mindset, most DPS players tend to dive on the other team as fast as humanly possible with no regard for strategy, how the team is positioned, or how they're gonna get the hell out of there if things get sticky. Main point is, a lot of you end up dead simply because you're not aware. I know that Spider-Man got a surprise kill on you last round, so the first thing you want to do is jump out of respawn and reunite him with his Uncle Ben. But mindlessly chasing people around the map is the easiest way to get folded out here. So I have 2 tips to stop this cell tactic. Number 1, you can't play angry.
Well, ain't that the pot calling the nigga black?
I know, I gotta work on this my damn self. But it's almost impossible to play this game without crashing out once or twice.
We didn't have to lose that. Oh, we won. Okay. Oh, I was gonna be so mad.
I'm about to say,
I was gonna crash out. Oh, I was gonna crash out. I was gonna crash out. Y'all fucking welcome.
See? Guilty. I know you had that iron fist at one tap before he sent you to the Shadow Realm, but hear me when I say you cannot let that shit affect you mentally. You probably heard this before, but whether in life or in the game, anger causes you to make stupid decisions. So if you're playing emotional, you're causing way more harm to your team than good. As cliche as it sounds, there's no I in team, and in this game, wins and losses are decided by who's working together the best. So get your revenge, whoop his ass even, but not at the detriment of your team. Remember, if it costs you your healers, revenge ain't worth it. The second and more practical tip I have is that you have to learn your maps. There's an embarrassing amount of videos online about DPS players who cry about not getting heals while standing right next to or in front of a health pack.
What are you, fucking stupid?
It's gotta be a sickness, bro, because how the fuck do you do that? I'm not saying you need to know every nook and cranny to every map, but you should at least have a few places in mind where you know a health pack is gonna be there, and also you should get to know spots where the enemy team can flank your team from. Ever since divers got a buff for season 2, I've been seeing way more dive heavy teams than ever before, so this is super important. If you're always trying to flank the other team, you probably never notice when your team is getting bent over behind you.
Pause.
So try to learn routes and exploits that the other team may use. It just might save you a few matches. Lastly, make sure you have some good vantage points in mind for each map too, especially if you're playing as Widow or Moon Knight. Every map has spots that you can shoot from without being easily hit. You have to know where these are because breaking news, if you stand out in the open, you're probably gonna get your shit cracked.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
So if you're shooting from a spot and the other team starts to pressure it, don't just stand there and eat the shots, goofy. Move around and get a better angle. The main point I want you to take away from this tip though is just to use your brain a little more when you're fighting and protect your personal space.
Whoa, whoa, hey, who's around me right now? Who's around me?
If not, you're probably gonna throw the entire game and be a liability to your team. Now the last and worst bad habit of all DPS players is, number 1, you don't protect your healers. So before we go on this topic, I'm just gonna keep it simple. If you don't protect your healers,
You're gonna die.
if you let tanks and enemy DPS walk right past you to get to your healers,
You're gonna die.
and if you let your Adam Warlock try to carry all the healing on his own,
You're gonna die twice.
I might be making jokes and shit, but I really hope you get the picture. Now the real funny thing is, I had a completely different choice for my number 1 spot before I started this video, but as I was writing, I discovered that there's a legit strategist strike going on in Rivals right now. If you look on TikTok or Reddit, you'll find a bunch of fed up strategist mains who are swearing off the role until they get more respect, mainly by DPS players and the entire community as a whole. Now whether you agree with the strike or just think they're being dramatic isn't really the issue, but at the end of the day, all the points I mentioned are legit reasons as to why you're seeing less and less healers in your games. But the biggest one has to be the complete lack of protection that's plaguing every healer right now. You know, nothing makes my blood boil more when I'm playing strategist than having a team who pushes so damn far up that it's impossible to heal them. Meanwhile, they don't see the magic chopping us in half in the back line. Then at the end of the game, all you get is GG no heals, regardless of whether you had good stats or not.
Hey, who the fuck you think you're talking to, huh? You wanna fuck? Who the fuck you think I have to fucking dumb boy?
Like you had good heals, you idiot, but every time we pinged a diver, you just let them walk past you and do whatever they wanted. I'm just saying, I get the frustration, bro. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not at all saying that it's your job to carry your healers through a match. Support mains are capable of doing damage too, especially if you're playing with someone like Mantis. Hell, with her kit, she can damn near run DPS herself. But even still, you have to realize that in most fights, you're gonna need your healers backing you up. When it comes to most DPS, and especially tanks, healers don't really stand much of a chance. And if you don't have them playing behind you on the match, you're just simply not gonna survive. You're gonna need your healers backing you up in the fight. So if you constantly let them get murked because you're only worried about your KD ratio, you're gonna lose a lot more games than you win. And another thing that I have to mention as well is to stop blaming your healers every time you lose. I swear, accountability is a foreign concept to some of y'all. I'm not saying that supports always play perfect. Lord knows I played with some shitty ones, so they definitely exist. But if you're the type of player who never sees a problem with how they played a match, more likely than not, you are the problem in most matches.
I hate you guys. You guys are assholes. Especially Kenny. I hate him the most.
Like in every match I lose, I always try to point out something that I could have done better, even if I believe the L we caught isn't my fault. Not saying that I'm perfect or nothing, I'm just saying you can only control what you do in the game. So realize that you won't get any better if the L is always someone else's fault. Are there gonna be times where you do everything you possibly can and still lose?
Yes! 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 Yes!
Absolutely. But all I'm saying is try to learn from each and every match, because if not, you're probably gonna end up sounding like this.
The trash! Fix the game! It sucks playing the shit!
All in all, guys, I'm just saying, stop blaming your healers, learn positioning, and most importantly, fight like a team. Thanks for watching today, guys. What do you think is a bad habit that Rivals players need to drop? Whatever it is, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments below. I know I beat up on the DPS mains a lot today, but those who've been with me for a while know that I'm a man of fairness. So strategists and Vanguard mains, count your days. I got smoke coming for y'all asses too. But if you happen to be a DPS main, definitely take a second to drop your thoughts on my video today. I like to chop it up with you all, even if we disagree, just to see where everyone's head is at. So go ahead and share your thoughts. I only ask that we keep it respectful.
Or we can get into some old gangster shit.
Lastly, make sure you hit the like button for me, and if you're new to my content, be sure to hit the subscribe button on the way out. Also, tap that notification bell so you never miss when I post a video. I've been trying to be a lot more consistent with dropping gameplays along with the commentaries, so check out the full Marvel Rivals playlist when you get some free time too. It's some really good stuff in there, so you won't regret it. But as always, I appreciate the support, guys. Thanks for stopping through, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.